The beat, the lyrics, the progressions, everything in there is AI generated. That is the future of music. Is this a threat to the space we find ourselves in? This is the future of music. Guys, should we now start looking at our artists with a third eye, asking that,
Boss,
did you really write this song?
Do you know how I ended up there and having those conversations? Boss, I want to be six artists.
Do you think that the songs in recent times we've heard from Ghanaian artists are pen, mind, and paper?
I can't say for certain, but mostly because of the content. I don't think AI will come up with that kind of content. The AI doesn't know what's a Bakai or like.
The question was, what do humans do that makes they think that they are better than AI, right?
Yeah,
so AI was saying like what they do for humans and how they feel like humans are always complaining about the wrong things when they always have the answer in front of them. And it took me a while to notice that it wasn't actual human beings in the videos. So what you're saying about the AI not knowing Baka is your AI.
No,
because when you check,
when I say that, I'm saying that it does not that it doesn't have knowledge of it, but the AI doesn't.
You are being technical. It's irrelevant. If I'm in a nightclub and the henny is in and the speaker is saying baka baka baka, I don't care whether the creator knows baka or not. Because think about it, the human beings are singing about Lamborghini and Ferrari. They don't have some.
True.
You said that you are certain that probably there's inspiration from AI in the current generation.
I don't know about the AI though, but like.
You think it's pen, mind, and paper? When I say pen, mind, and paper, I'm sure you get
to an
like
extent, yes.
Human inspiration. That's what human is asking for.
Yes,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, Jason, what about you?
Oh, obviously not.
There's AI influence.
Are you saying
I'm
AI
asking?
He's asking if our current artists globally are tapping into the power of AI in writing their songs.
It is very likely.
Sampling their beats. Yes.
It is very likely because you don't have like first-hand evidence. So let's look back. There was a time where with watches, right, the digital age came. So people were not giving attention to mechanical watches. Why? Because it was so easy to make, right? And this was a thing. So Casio became big and all these other companies, they were moving from the mechanical phase to the digital. With cars right now, they're going electric. It's faster. Apparently it's more efficient. It's easier to work on.
Self-drive.
It's smoother drive and all these things.
And it's worse for the planet.
Okay. Yeah. All this is there. I'm just saying this to say, in times gone by, these things have happened where we get so excited, but we go back. It happens in fashion, it happens in music, it happens in technology. The most expensive watches are the mechanical watches, and they are not
I feel you. Bro, you're talking sense.
They're not as on point as digital watches. They tend to lose track of time if it's been there for a long time. You have to service it. This one, you just have to change the watch, the battery in the watch. These things have happened. Right now, cars with ICE engines, internal combustion engines, are seen as more valuable than electric cars. I was watching Car Wow yesterday, and a Kia beat a Ferrari V12 in a drag race. But the Ferrari cost $300,000 more than the Kia. It's faster, it's smoother, it looks very stylish, right? And they were making like jokes about it. So the thing is, this is the time we're in.
A transition period into...
It is more so now because we're focusing heavily on the consumer, not the creator. We're just thinking about who's going to listen to this quickly and how far is it going to go and where is it going to go to and when's the next thing going to come. That's why a while ago I said, creators are forgetting the strength, the power, and the ability they have. It's not that they don't have it all, but we're forgetting it because we're thinking solely about what the consumer wants. And when people say and they say the consumer doesn't know what they want or the fan doesn't know what they want, when we spoke about this last week, the fans don't tend to understand, but we control what the fans listen to. We're given the opportunity to be here.
That's where the real power lies, right?
Yes, we're given the opportunity here to talk. We're the mouthpiece for so many people. People don't agree with what we're saying all the time. Right, but people listen to us because they're interested in what we're saying, whether they agree or not. But the fan doesn't know that too. Why do people go online and say the negative things get all the views? Go and preach and say the most sensible things. You're going to get 2 likes. So the fact is, last, this is where we are. But I feel like it might get to a time where people might get tired of it. Like it's going to
And
become
wants original
Yeah,
music.
we'll get exhaustive. J. Cole said on Angie Martinez, 100 years from now, the term celebrity is not going to exist.
Yep.
And we're experiencing that now. Like, what is celebrity? What is influence? What is numbers?
Become more
People
more of a
buy
bigger
these
influence
things.
than celebrity.
So, are we saying, is it a problem, or are we saying, are we enjoying it? Where do we stand as a people? Like, what do we want? Because we all love the music. But I was bumping my head to it.
To calm my mind.
But when we go to concerts, that's why we complain about when we go to concerts, we listen to these things in cars. Why should I come and see you mime? We go for the experience. The music is the same.
Yeah.
I want to see Ashake dancing. And Michael Jackson had a hologram and everybody was complaining about it. But people still went to see it.
Yeah.
People still spoke about it.
Millions.
So the times are here. We might not like it, but people listen to it and enjoy it.
Talk sense. Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like bad and go ginger you, but maybe it's that.
No. So it piques my interest to ask you that. Do you think that music, we are going into AI generated music space?
Oh, we are there.
I mean, we are. When I say we are going into it,
Like we are.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
you know, like you said, you know, go astray.
so I was going to ask that. Do you think that we will come back?
We will.
We are thinking about music as though the only use of music is to entertain the human beings. Music goes in our mobile phones, it goes in video games, it goes in films, it's used as filler, it goes on radio ads. Music has an entire universe where it serves. We've had a very myopic view of music because as a fan, we just assume that every song is about us or should serve our purpose of why we want it. When the conversation arises about is AI taking over music, we are not thinking, I am not thinking AI wants to run up the charts and be Billboard 1.
Sing.
AI can do that for an organic artist by manipulating the algorithm. It doesn't need to get into a studio to do that. The purpose of AI doing this is that in the value chain of people who create music for whatever purpose, a lot of people don't service us in the way Jason is describing. Those who are making songs for movies, movie scores, animations, blah blah blah, they are not thinking about will you enjoy it in the club.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Making a song that's fit for.
That's fit for that. And if AI can do it and you don't even know, right, and you enjoy the outcome. So AI is using music as a component to a bigger creation. Whereas a blockbuster movie and the entire score was analyzed and written and produced by AI. You won't know because you love the movie. And the more you love the movie, the more you are empowering that AI, which is making it cheaper for the movie producer. Because Hans Zimmer will collect your $10 million again. Right? You pay a subscription to Google something and your movie is done in an hour. You get what I'm saying? So there's the sections of music industry where the artist and performance artistry is maybe 5%. Okay, you have all the other aspects that music serves, and in those aspects we don't care. Even today, if I was to ask, if we open the phone line, we ask that people should give us 5 producers who score movies, we'll be here till next year. People won't get it because we watch the movies and we are passive about the sound we hear in the music. We don't even care, bro. The moment they kill the killer, now we leave the cinema. We change the channel. We turn off Netflix. So we don't care. So we don't even know who are producing scores and effects for these movies we love. We don't know who are the ones behind our favorite animations and all that. We don't know who is behind the scores and sounds for our video games. How many times have you turned on FIFA and there's some amazing song that you have never heard? When you're on the menu waiting to select your players and blah, there's always, because FIFA curates music and they love indie artists.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want your Beyonce's and things on FIFA. It's an opportunity. Well, there's royalties issues as well because it's cheaper, right? So imagine FIFA now inputting all the sound that they've used from the first FIFA till 2020, whatever we are on now, right? And saying that AI, in line of this, generate music for our next FIFA release. You don't need to pay anybody. And you won't know the difference because you are waiting to play FIFA with cereal. You get it? So the music industry is bigger than who is rapping or singing on stage and who is going on tour.
So in all of this, I don't think we've touched on IP with AI. And it really scares me whenever I need to put in a prompt. I'm like, so if, because we end up giving our ideas to AI and it's something that we don't really realize, like, we just want an answer from whatever AI platform that we're using, but we forget that we're feeding this AI with information, right? Which of course I'm sure they store in order to help other people.
So that's
other people's information.
Just to chip in, that's machine learning basically.
Okay, great. Yeah. So in this machine learning, there's a lot of information from us being given to this server, and this server ends up recycling the information and using whatever mediums it has to use to output information to the users from what we need, right? Is there a point that when you create music with AI, you would have to pay for it? Because things are becoming cheaper now. Like Cyril was saying, instead of
you just subscribe to the app.
ChatGPT is even free.
Yeah.
For like most, and they give you great ideas. It's very, very free.
I like that
only
you
people.
bring this up.
Yeah, the only.
So I want to say something.
Only a few people are paying because they want that exclusivity, but that's on the side. Cyril was saying that you wouldn't have to pay a producer to take maybe your $10 million to score a movie for you on sound and whatnot. If an AI can do it for you and you pay a subscription of $200, it's fine. It's cheaper than $10 million. You get it. But is there a point that will come to where AI will say, okay, I gave you this idea, start to pay money for it? Like, do you get where I'm coming from?
So I just want to touch, it has already started becoming a problem. So you touched on the fact that we feed these prompts into the AI, right? And then it learns. So what is happening is that those who develop these AI tools, they're actually feeding the AI with all the information, all the knowledge that is available that has existed to man. And what it does is that it learns at a rapid rate, at a rate that us as human beings cannot comprehend, right? And then once it does that, it refines and replicates, it improves on that, it improves on the knowledge available to it, using, like, it's crazy. Now you could write a whole article. There was someone made a post on LinkedIn about it. You could write a whole article and then you run it through an AI checker and it says that written by AI. Do you know why? Because the AI has been fed with all literary devices, everything literary ever written by man, ever known to man. In history. So it has knowledge of everything that you don't. So once you put in something there, your writing style is like everybody else's writing style is in there. So the AI can write in any style that it wants. So if you have a writing style that you probably use, it's familiar to the AI. It's code. It's basically zeros and ones.
Yeah.
So it identifies this pattern and says, "Oh, I could write like this. I definitely did write it. I must have written it in some other version of myself."
I remember when Clarence Peters had the same camera as most of the Ghanaian video guys. But Clarence Peters' music videos were still groundbreaking. Yeah. And then Pascal Aka came into the scene from Canada, and most of EL's videos were groundbreaking. And then NICN took it. And then we have Babs. We have, I mean, if I left your name at Nicole Say,
I mean,
they all have the same equipment, right? More or less. But it's how they manipulate it to get the results that makes their videos dope.
Yeah. For some artists,
yes,
they are very niche market. They are it's the personality that sells the music. And so and so for that, if I find out you didn't write, I'm hurt
this
because
is a conversation
I can't relate with you anymore.
We're back here again tomorrow on a Thursday edition. I think we have to do a part 2 of this, but thanks for watching Culture Daily.